Muy buenas a todos, soy Oliver y hoy quería hablaros sobre famosas transexuales Illuminati. En este vídeo que colgué hace un mes ya vimos que las primeras damas estadounidenses, es decir, las mujeres de los presidentes estadounidenses, parecen ser hombres, parecen ser transexuales, parece que hay algo muy raro en los linajes de sangre Illuminati. Ya vimos que Michelle Obama claramente es un hombre, parece que conserva sus miembros genitales masculinos. Vimos también cómo Melania Trump, la mujer y actual primera dama estadounidense, también tiene rasgos bastante sospechosos. Y también mencioné que hay muchos famosos que parecen compartir esta peculiar característica de la transexualidad. Personajes famosos que los medios de comunicación nos presentan como divas, como ejemplos de la feminidad, como iconos sexuales, pero que en realidad parecen ser transexuales, parecen ser hombres. A lo largo del vídeo vamos a ver una serie de clips de canales americanos que han tocado este tema.
Well, Victoria's Secret had the fashion show for 2016 last week, I believe. This one was quite shocking. I believe all of them are trannies. You can just look at the waist, the hip bone, the overall torso. The hips, of course, on a male and a female are different. On a real female, they are designed to allow for childbirth. On a man, these things are unnecessary. 98% of what we see in the mass media is trannies, newscasters, politicians, singers, actors, actresses, whatever. It's all a bunch of trannies, man. It's part of the satanic agenda. Lady Gaga is a tranny, obviously. You can tell by the face. But, you know, they've done a lot of work on the body. It's just a disguise. She always wears a disguise anyway, right? Guarantee you, if you saw her walking down the street, you wouldn't even recognize her. You don't know what she really looks like. She's always in some weird disguise. She's a tranny. These women are pretty large women overall. They're trannies. They're muscular. Look at those masculine features on Nicole Kidman. Look at that. Just look at that. It's creepy. She looks like a vampire. She must be a blood-drinking vampire. All right, look at those shoulders. Look at those arms. Look at those hands. That's what happened. Look at that. That's a tranny, man. Tranny, hooker, look. Okay? Walking down the streets of Santa Monica Boulevard in high-heel shoes. Taylor Swift. Wow, look at that. Straight torso. Women generally, you know, don't have this. They usually have hips. There's no hips there. Sorry. No hips whatsoever. Wide shoulders. You know, shoulders are wider than women don't have wide shoulders like that. Muscular structure of a man, square jaw, man face. She's lying to us. This is a boy with makeup on. You ever wonder why she cakes on the makeup so much?
That's a male face. That is not a woman's face. Those are not women's jaws. That is a man's face. You look at Julie Roberts, that is a man's face. And how did they pull this off that we didn't look at Julia Roberts years ago and go, that is a man's face? They programmed us that that's a normal woman's face, that women's faces are like that. No, they're not. A woman's face is not like that. With the big, huge cheekbones, that big, huge jaw that she has.
Una de las características que más llaman la atención, una bandera roja que nos indica que es un transexual Illuminati, es la voz grave, una voz claramente masculina, alterada probablemente por un proceso de hormonación. También en las estrellas del pop lo que hacen es directamente una castración desde muy pequeños, antes de la adolescencia probablemente, y se consigue lo que se llama la figura del castrato. Es una voz muy específica que mezcla un poco la voz masculina y la femenina, algo imposible de hacer naturalmente.
Do you ever swear?
No.
You stub your toe. What do you say?
I don't know. Ow.
But your parents would be furious if you swore, huh?
Yeah.
You went from being Hannah Montana to what? You tell me.
I really feel like every day I'm figuring it out. People that know me, they see me change really every week, every 2 weeks. I'm changing and learning so much. I think especially now that I feel like I found more of my independence. I don't think I was ever really happy with who I was.
37-year-old Oxford-educated human rights lawyer, there is plenty of unspoken curiosity about the Amal Clooney married to the Hollywood superstar.
The Maldives has the highest rate of ISIS fighters being recruited from that country per capita in the world. If you look at the State Department reports and UN reports, the figures are at least 200 fighters who've gone to Iraq and Syria from the Maldives.
With George Clooney and Amal, more like a man. This is completely ridiculous. People cannot see that this is 100% a dude. Just take a look at that jaw. Just take a look here. I mean, how wide it is. The nose. There's no debate whatsoever that this is a dude. I mean, give me a complete break. Look at this. I mean, it's Halloween time in LA. This dude is taller than George Clooney. And the arms, the ears, the size of the head. Look at that cranium.
También nos encontramos celebridades que dicen directamente que son transexuales o hombres, aunque lo dicen un poco a modo de broma, pero yo creo que en realidad lo están diciendo en serio.
Everybody knows that you're a very attractive woman, but tell us what would surprise people about Jessica Alba?
I'm a man.
He's also a very attractive man. That's shocking.
Yeah, I'm a man.
Well, I've got to be you just see what this is.
I'm a man. I'm a man. I'm a man.
Jessica Alba. I was aggressive and super masculine in my early 20s. I was very calculated. I wanted to be treated like a guy. I wanted to put asses in seats. Imposter syndrome. I felt like an imposter. Well, I wonder why that is. I wonder why you feel like an imposter. Here we have somebody with a conscience. Look at that. It's a straight up and down abdomen. Straight up and down like a man. Those are male hips and a male waist. Right there, Jessica Alba. You can see the one in front. There's one in a red bikini. Those look like female hips. There it is, the male torso, the male waist, the male shoulders. Look at those big shoulders, man. Maybe that should be the cover photo of this one, huh? And the male jaw. She's got a strong jaw, man. Look at that torso, man. That torso. Oh, you can see the male brow ridge, too. The male brow ridge. Women don't have such a prominent brow ridge. Truth will set you free, but it'll kind of piss you off at first, right?
From a hot man to one of the hottest women in the business right now, Megan Fox with me now. Why do you shake your head?
Because I'm pretty sure I'm a doppelganger for Alan Alda.
Oh, God, out of here.
I'm a tranny. I'm a man.
You're an honest woman.
I'm a tranny. I'm a man. I'm a tranny. I'm a man.
You're an honest woman. You're an honest woman. You're an honest woman. Thank you.
Well, what do you think? Was she joking or was she serious? Let's do a little transvestigation just to be sure. Adam's apple is pretty prominent. Now, we can't just look at one specific thing. Overall, this person does have a tranny vibe, all right? They have a kind of a loud presence. The large skull, big face, long neck. So for me, it's pretty obvious, just the face, the overall tranny vibe. And we'll see, this person has undergone a lot of surgery at a very young age. There she is. There he is as a young boy with lipstick. She almost has this Filipino kind of tranny look to her. Again, probably maybe even castrated. Who knows? Hormones. There's some before and after, you know, when she was young, now old. It looks like a totally different person. I mean, it's a transformer, man. This is a transformer right here. A hybrid, genetically engineered creature. She's on the cover of magazines as like the hottest girl in the world and all these things. All those people are always trannies.
Vemos que este es un fenómeno perturbador, curioso, muy extendido entre las celebridades que salen en los medios de comunicación. Sea cual sea el origen, sea cual sea el método que utilizan para crear estos seres modificados genéticamente, la verdad es que hay algo raro en estos linajes de sangre Illuminati, lo cual nos enseña que jamás debemos idolatrar o adorar a estas celebridades que han sido creadas específicamente para engañarnos, para alejarnos de Dios y para que adoremos lo material, la matrix superficial que han creado para nosotros. Si eres nuevo al canal, suscríbete ya que seguiré hablando sobre estos temas. Y como siempre, muchas gracias a todos por estar ahí y hasta el próximo vídeo.